Before we got to Libya, we'd heard, of course, about the Colonel's new openness, but pretty much this country's still a mystery. This guy's name's Ashraf. He's our government minder. And he and I got to know each other pretty well over the next 3 days. We couldn't really escape the man we'd come to interview. He was literally all over the place. I should tell you about what actually happened to us at the airport yesterday when we arrived. Our plan was to film me getting off the plane, going through customs, immigration, security, all that sort of stuff, and then on to pick up our baggage. But when we hit customs and immigration, a burly guy was pretty unimpressed by the fact that we had our camera rolling, and in pretty stern Arabic terms, from what we could gather, told us to turn the damn thing off. And then before we knew, we'd been hustled off to one side, found ourselves more or less surrounded by about 15 guys, I think. At one point, some of them in uniform and some of them in plain clothes. At a point, they confiscated our 3 passports, Jorge, the cameraman, and Pete Charlie, the executive producer who's with us, and my own, and that's quite disturbing when you get your passport taken from you in this sort of situation. Well, by the way, it's also very disturbing to find out that even though we have got an interview with the man himself, Colonel Gaddafi, they can't tell us which day, what time, or where it's going to happen. So wish us luck. Anyway, we're here. Keep your fingers crossed about what we're going to achieve. But meanwhile, we'll try to find out what we can about this place, and I'm going to study the Colonel's cross between the Bible and the Quran, the Green Book, if there can be such a thing as a cross between the Bible and the Quran. This is his view of the world.
I have 2 copies here.
When we got around to meeting Ashraf's boss, the foreign media minder, as it were, he kindly provided us with a copy of the leader's White Book. Now, we all knew about the green one, of course, but this one is his plan for how to end the Middle East conflict. I guess all you can say is all the best, Muammar. But I was also wondering how I should address the man.
We address him, we say brother leader.
Could a non-Libyan like myself call him brother leader?
You can, yes.
Yeah. If the leader wanted to sort of meet with the people and make an important
speech.
Yeah. This here. Yeah, right.
We have the celebration of
So
collaboration here.
That's his podium for making speeches. And here's where we got to learn a bit more about Libya and freedom of the press. We've got all the right pieces of paper, but this local fuzz isn't exactly happy about us filming at all. I don't think there's any trouble. I think we'll be right. They check everything though. Will we wait here? Ashraf?
Yes.
We'll wait here? I don't know what that was all about. This is a country run by people's committees. I just think we ran into another committee. It's interesting that Ashraf said to us yesterday, if we went out and filmed in the streets by ourselves without him, then we would probably get stopped the way we have, except that he's with us and we still got stopped. So it's hard to talk about freedom in this country without having a smoke on your face, to be honest. Half an hour's gone and it looks like our man Ashraf has finally prevailed. He says the bloke in the uniform's a bit upset because we'd filmed him without his cap on. And his boss apparently wouldn't like that at all. Oh, I see. Next stop, the souk in the Medina, Old Tripoli. Another one of those wonderfully labyrinthine bazaars that you find in this Arab part of the world. Love it. Ah, so it's gold back there and silver up here. You know a lot about Australia.
No, everything about Australia. How are you? Fine.
Nice meeting you.
You are North Africa, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please come in there.
Nice talking to you.
Me too.
The people are remarkably relaxed, and you say friendly. Eh? Do they talk to strangers? Would they chat to me if they? That guy certainly wanted to have a chat.
Yes.
Hello. Is this your shop? Your shop? Hello. How are you? Oh, thank you. Thanks very much. Cup of coffee I didn't expect. It's very sweet but great. So the women would wear this underneath the hijab. Yes.
1737.
1737. Oh, right. That's one of the oldest mosques around. That's about 300 years.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
This place, despite its reputation and its image, etc., is pretty peaceful, as you can see. Tranquil, almost. There's a slowness about it. So they try to work out how this old Libyan Islam matches the new one. And with the colonel, I'm not going to stay here forever. Nobody quite knows what this place is going to be like after that. We did find out this morning that the interview is still on. We were told it might be today, it might be tomorrow, and it just might be. Here we go. We're getting used to this. Not sure that we're getting better at it, but we're getting used to it. Shukran. The Roman ruins here are regarded as arguably the finest in the world. One of the most the strangest relationships in world politics these days has got to be the relationship between Gaddafi and the Italian leader, Silvio Berlusconi, who has his own eccentricities that the world notices almost as much as Gaddafi for different reasons. But strange quirk of historical fate that the Romans, and then the Italian colonisation, and now Berlusconi and Gaddafi getting along better with each other than they get on with anybody else. History working its strange maze. They produced a decent mosaic, the Romans. Fantastic. Even with the damage. Amidst all these marvellous antiquities, this, Ashraf just told me this beetle belongs to the leader. Would you believe? A revolutionary VW beetle. The one brother leader himself tore around Tripoli in before he decided to take over the entire country. I had one like this. Perfectly honest, I've never been sure whether these things, mosques, synagogues, churches, are part of the solution or part of the problem. And then it happened. The moment we'd all been waiting for, but the one we were beginning to think might never happen at all. So, Ashraf, my friend, it's happening?
Yes.
At last?
At last.
It was worth waiting. So you got the call?
Yeah, Mr. Dorsey called me. He said the leader office called him and they said they have to come.
Okay, and do you know where?
It should be at the leader residence.
At the residence. Good, good. Well, thank you for your help so far.
You're welcome.
It's a very, very great privilege. Very rare interview for Australians to hear from.